So this week on The Modified World, talk about important topics that affect us all. So stay tuned. So welcome to The Modified World, a weekly web show about body modification, the people who do it, the people who get it, and why it matters. I'm your host, the senior piercer at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing, the purveyor of the internet wackiness that you guys have come to love and accept. That's right, I'm JC Potts. This week, we're going to be talking a little bit about tattoos and piercings in the workplace. It's come to my attention through correspondence with my viewers and from just dealing with my clients in the shop that one of the biggest problems that we face as a community is the acceptance of our body modifications in our workplace. If we don't get the opportunity to be able to put food on the table for our families, then of course we suffer as a community. It's been proven in the past that poverty is one of the leading things that leads to bad decision making in any discernible group. So therefore it stands to reason that having dignified living wage employment opportunities for ourselves is a foundational element of being able to be a functioning, productive member of society. You have to understand though too, from the employer's perspective, that it's not so much that they're against us, it's that they're for themselves. They feel, a lot of times rightfully so, that by having folks like us as part of their workforce, that they might have somewhat of a diminished capacity with their business. And of course, they can't have that because it's not personal, it's just business. We can affect that by one of two things, and they both need to go together for it to actually be effective. One is, if they don't allow us to work there, then we shouldn't shop there. Back in the 60s, the civil rights movement made a lot of headway, partially by lobbying for changes in discriminatory laws, but partially by saying, if you don't want us working there, then we won't be shopping there. The black community's considerable purchasing power swayed a lot more people than the vote did. Now, that might be a controversial stand, but it's true. The gay community through the 70s, 80s, and 90s deliberately tried to patronize businesses that offered same-sex benefits and dignified employment opportunity for gay citizens amongst us. And it's helped. It's a foundational element for the modern anti-discrimination laws that are in place. It brought it to the forefront. And that's important. We have to do that. So of course, I exhort my viewers, if they don't want us working there, then we shouldn't be shopping there. Vote with your ducat. But also too, that comes with the flip side of that coin, and that's a bit of personal responsibility. I know nobody likes to think about personal responsibility, but consider this. When you turn on the television and you see another tattooed person in a mugshot or doing some sort of unsavory, antisocial behavior, it doesn't lead people to have good impressions of our community. So, we have to take some of the brunt on ourselves. If we go out in public and act better, then people will start to understand that you're more likely to see some creative class person exhibiting body art than maybe the old paradigm of criminals and ne'er-do-wells. So for the too long didn't watch version of this, I asked my people for two things. One, vote with your ducat. If they don't want you working there, then don't shop there. And two, act a little better, dress a little nicer, say please and thank you. General common civility will go a long way towards good public relations for our community. And that was my show this week. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, or possibly beyond entertained, maybe thought about something a little, got a thought provoked. You know, If you haven't subscribed yet, you probably ought to, so that you don't miss any videos, because I do this every week. Of course, hit me up on your favorite social media networks, your Tumblrs, your Twitters, your Google Plus, Facebooks, all that type of stuff, because I love to hear from you. And if you actually support what I do, consider sharing these videos on your favorite social media network. God knows we don't take any advertising, and this thing costs money. That's right. And be sure to stop back by next week for yet another episode of The Modified World.